It says, Hallelujah, all praises, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Let's get right into it. Romans 9:6. God have taken none effect, for they not of all Israel, which are of Israel. Right? Because just because you're Israelite really don't mean nothing. Because they're what? They're 2/3 and there's a 1/3. The 2/3 is going to be cut off right here in this place, as we know, which is Babylon the Great. A Madigo, Vespucci, if you can understand that. It says, which are of Israel. Now, that word Israel, that's not necessarily talking about the land. It's talking about the children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Because whose name was changed into Israel? It's talking about Jacob. So it's talking about the children of Jacob right here. Not all the children of Jacob are actually going to be saved from that fire, which that fire is not just the missiles, the missile food, but actually the Lord's weaponry and those beams, the laser beams from the chariots. It's going to rip this place apart, man. It says, neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children. Right. Because the Lord said what? The nations are what to him? He says nothing but as spit on the ground. So the Lord don't care about the nations. He only cares about his people. He said, are they all children? But in Isaac shall thy seed be called. That is, they which are the children of the flesh. They are not the children of God. Who is not the children of God? Now that's talking about these Edomites. You ever seen that commercial, So Easy a Caveman Could Do It? It's those people. The we call them rednecks down south. It said, these are not the children of God. The promise are counted for the seed. Right. And the children of the promise became the promise when Jacob did what? He dressed up as Esau with the hairy skin and what? And got the blessing from Isaac before Isaac passed. Now, why did he do that? You know, you're going to find out. For this, verse 9, for this is the word of the promise, at the time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. Not only this, but when Rebekah have only conceived by one, even by our father Isaac. Because what? When Isaac had what? Twins. One was Jacob and one was Esau. But Jacob came out melanated. But Esau, what? He came out red, lacking of skin pigment, like these people do. The Edomites, the cave people, Caucasoids, different names for them. So that's how that came. That's how that came apart. It says, and not only this, but when Rebekah have conceived by even one, our father Isaac, for the children being yet born, neither having done good or evil. So what? It was already set up since the beginning that Jacob was. Oh, what's up, brother? Oh, I'm good. It was already set up that Jacob. Oh, that's mine right there. Yeah, I think Jacob was gonna be the righteous one, and guess what? Esau was gonna be the evil one, man. So it was already. I don't know. Maybe they got it closed.
Yeah, it's locked.
Or they got something going on over here today? Event or something?
Special ministry.
Oh, okay. I know I seen them passing out flyers and stuff going on. So it says, for the children being not yet born, neither have done any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to the election might not stand. Right? Because when Rebecca, she was having a kid, you dig? She was having a kid, she felt like as the twins felt like something was going on inside her stomach. She kept hearing twisting and stuff. So she went to God and she asked him why I feel like something going on in my stomach. And the Most High told her. He told her that one was for good and the other one was for evil, which is Esau. So that explains why Jacob dressed up. Why she told Jacob to dress up like Esau. Because what? Esau he gave his birthright wait for that red bloody meat. And that explains why these people like food, like they food with blood in it. They like they stuff raw, red, bloody, you know? So it says that the purpose of God according to the election. Now who is the election? The election is the children of the promise, that 1/3. Remember, let's go back up to verse 6. It says, for they are not all Israel, which are all of Israel. So there's a chosen and there's people that have a calling. Just because you have a calling don't mean you're chosen. You see what I'm saying? The calling is the 2/3. They have a calling, but they're not going to answer because it's not set up for them to get the truth. It's not for everybody. So let's get back to this. It says, quote, verse 11, for the children being not yet born, neither have done any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to election might stand, not of works, but him that calleth, right? Because this is predestinated. We don't know what predestinated means. Preordained or foreordained is already set up in the spiritual realm, just haven't been manifested. But now it's being manifested. He said, it was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger, right? And that did happen because they served us in a time of King David times, these Caucasoids, and they served us during the time of the Dark Ages. And they're going to serve us again forever. And that's when they go into captivity. And then after that, they'll be demolished and exterminated. So it says, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid. Right. How you going to tell God if you want to love one people and hate the other? Because he's a father. And he can do that. So if he wanted to love Jacob and hate Esau, then that's what he gonna do. It said, verse 14, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? Yahweh forbid. Because that's another name for God. His real name is Yahweh. For he said to Moses, verse 15, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy. And I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So he's going to have love for who he want to love for. No matter if you like it or not. He says, so then it's not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy. For the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up. Right. Because the same thing God did with Pharaoh, the same thing he's doing with these so-called Edomites, these cave people. He's raising them up to show his power on the left-hand side, because God has two sides, the left and the right, because he controls evil and he controls good. Satan worked for him. Just like Esau is the physical counterpart of Satan, of these Edomites, the so-called, this blue-eye cave beast. You know his name. You know him. He said, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, to show my power in thee. So he's showing his power through these so-called cave people, man, on the left side. But that don't mean that he loved them. See, that's what people don't understand. Because God set it up who he want to set it up in the kingdoms of men. You find that out in the book of Daniel. So all kingdoms, he can put the power, get a power to whoever he want to, but that don't mean he love you. He said that my name might be clear throughout all the earth. Verse 18, therefore have he had mercy on whom he will have mercy, on whom he will harden it. Right? Because he's hardening these so-called Edomites' hearts. Why you think these people are still killing us? Why you think all this wickedness that's going upon the earth right now, man? Why all these diseases upon the earth? Plagues. Because that's Yahweh, man. He's hardening these people hard, just like he did with Pharaoh. If you look back, verse 17, for the scriptures said and for Pharaoh. So he's doing the same thing, because this place is spiritual Egypt, in a sense. It says, verse 18, therefore he have mercy on whom he will have mercy, whom he will harden if. Thou wilt say then unto, why does he yet find fault on who he had resisted his will? Nay, but, O man, who thou that replies against God? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me this? Verse 21, have not the potter power over the clay, same lump, to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor. Right. That goes back up to Jacob and Esau. God, Yahweh created this. One vessel for honor and one for dishonor. Meaning, these people were created for evil. We were created for righteousness. But somehow we turned into wickedness. But he said, bless those whose sins are forgiven, whose sins are covered. He says, verse 22, what if God, willing to show his wrath and make his power known, endure with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? Right? So the moral of the story is all these wicked plans, all these, because we're waiting on what? We're waiting on that mark, which is what? It's the chip. And once that go down, all hell gonna break loose. But these people are fitted into destruction. Meaning Yahweh is in control of everything, man. He's doing these people the same way he doing with Pharaoh. And he's saving this place for last. He got a good trick for this place, man. This place is gonna be demolished. Right here. And they won't escape. So they can go into their space stations. They can go in their caves, like it says in the book of Amos. But that won't help. It won't help. And with that, let's just say shalom. And allow Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah to the Aqua out there. Shalom.